Hi, I'm Danielle Stramak, and this is my new book, Heart of Serbia, A Cultural Journey. The inspiration for this book came as a result of my trip to Serbia last summer, and it was such a wonderful experience to see a kind of rebirth of the country after all the troubles of the previous decades that I thought really more people should come and see this country, get to know the people, experience the music, the dancing, humor, history, the wonderful architecture, the wonderful restaurants on the rivers, and of course the most amazing cuisine. And I wanted to combine all of this in one book so that you really get a complete picture and sense for the Serbian culture. The capital city of Belgrade has a lot of charm. It has some beautiful and really unique architecture that you can see as you walk through the main center of the city. There are great shopping areas too, and excellent sort of rustic style restaurants located right on the Danube River. I absolutely love Belgrade. It's where I was born and where I lived the early part of my life. I spent my summers walking through the streets and sitting in cafes with my friends. And I think a lot of visitors are really surprised at how easily they can meet people there. Many people speak English and everybody's really outgoing and friendly, so it's a lot of fun. The clubs and nightlife in Belgrade is pretty famous, and I think it attracts a lot of the younger tourists. My favorite part of the city has to be Kalemegdan, which is a 2,000-year-old fortress and park, beautifully located right in the middle of the city, overlooking the two rivers, the Sava and the Danube. The small towns in Serbia are really charming too. People are always on the streets, shopping and socializing, and they have a wonderful old world feel to them. You can kind of transport yourself to another time, and in every town there's a relaxed, unpretentious atmosphere. People just, want to have a good time, talk to each other, share good food, have a beer, and listen to music, tell a few jokes. All the simple things in life that makes it pleasurable. After visiting, you come away feeling refreshed and relaxed. There's so many wonderful old structures in Serbia, and some of them date back to the Roman times, but most are medieval fortresses and beautiful old churches and monasteries and just stunning landscapes. History plays such an important role in the Serbian culture, so I wanted to very briefly outline some major events in Serbian history, as well as mention important individuals who contributed to the world of mathematics and science, as well as literature and even, modern-day sports. Music and dance are such a fun part of the culture. Serbian parties almost always include live music with guitars and accordions and everybody singing along. Folk dancing is unbelievably fun and an integral part of every celebration and community festival. The outfits are colorful, they're based on traditional design, and they vary from one region to another. I love Serbian holiday traditions. The Slava is a saint day celebration that is unique to the culture And every family has their own Saint Day that they celebrate with the blessing of the slava bread and with lots of very delicious food. Christmas is a great time of the year with lots of unique traditions like burning of the oak branch called the Badnjak. The fun thing about Easter is painting eggs, which I really enjoy coloring to resemble Serbian folk dancing outfits. And the children love playing the game where they tap each other's eggs to see whose Easter egg remains unbroken. Serbian food is seriously good. If you've never had it, you've got to try some recipes from this book. Serbian cooking has all kinds of influences, from Greek to Austrian and Hungarian food, all brought together in a very unique cuisine. One of my favorites is the stretch dough with cheese and butter called gibanica. It is so delicious, hearty food, very practical when you have large parties, which Serbs often do. And there are great recipes for all kinds of delicious breads that are beautifully decorated. There's even a recipe for making your own homemade cheese. There's all kinds of meat dishes and grilled meats, including my favorite, cevapcici, which is a kind of sausage that you toss on the grill, and it's so good. I also love chicken soup with homemade noodles, stuffed cabbage, Russian salad, which is very popular at parties and can be decorated in all kinds of ways. The roasted red pepper spread, called ajvar, is so healthy and such a wonderful complement to meat or just spread on warm, crusty bread. It's absolutely delicious and really easy to make. I have such a weakness for desserts, but the good thing is that Serbian desserts are full of almonds and hazelnuts, which are really healthy and nutritious and are an essential part of the very rich and delicious torts that I grew up on. And one of my favorite desserts is the wheat pudding, or žito, and served with just a little bit of whipped cream. It is so amazing. You have to try my crepe recipe with rose hip marmalade. It just melts in your mouth. I also have recipes in the book for other special Serbian food like white cherry preserves, poppy seed strudel, donuts, dumplings, and my favorite biscuit torte, which is super moist and lemony, and you don't even have to bake it, so it's wonderful. Serbian plum brandy is the best kept secret in the world. I think there's nothing better at Christmas than Serbian tea, which is basically a warm plum brandy flavored with honey and sugar. And there's also the walnut and cherry brandies that you can make at home, and I give you the recipe for that too. I'm really pleased with how this book turned out. It's a high-quality, hardbound coffee table book with hundreds of photographs, and it's printed in the United States, which is important to me. And I hope everyone enjoys reading this book and cooking from this book as much as I enjoyed making it.